Anyone? Anyone can give us an idea? It's okay if you're wrong.
Like, answer the first question?
Yes.
I thought nomial.
Very good. Nominal. Good. And now let's see now if we arrange them in an order. Order. Now we have order. So will it change or it will not change?
It would go to ordinal, wouldn't it?
Excellent. Put it in and let's move on. I'm putting it in with you. Moving on. Okay, problem 2. In problem 2, we're reading problem 2, correct, everyone?
Yep.
Okay. Here's what I recommend for problem 2. Allow me to recommend. Put all the data in a list so you can sort them out. Okay? With a sort list. You can put them in StatCrunch and sort list. So I'm going to enter them and then sort them out. Do you want me to dictate or can you enter them? And before I forget, you must finish all the work, including 6.2 and the quiz. Otherwise, you will not be eligible to take the midterm on Wednesday. I will check again on Tuesday night. Please, everything has to be finished. Many of you are finished with it, and I'm happy to see that. Okay, here's my list. Very possible, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes, absolutely. It gives you, this is what it gave me. Very good point. Thank you. This is what it gave me. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So don't copy my list if that's the case. I'm just copying what I got. And now we're talking about, careful, cumulative frequency. Not frequency, but cumulative frequency. I got here 6. I got here 6, and I think I didn't copy everything because they have to be, it's 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, let me see. Yep, 44 and 48. Okay, so I had here. So for each class, in the first class I have 6. I don't know what you have. In the second class I have 6. In the next, I have 2 and 2. The cumulative frequency, what I have is from 1000 to 1999, so that's 6. From 2000 to 2099, I got 6. But the cumulative frequency is 6 plus 6. So this is 12. This and this. Between 3000 and 3999, I got 2. But that's 2 plus 12, which is 14, because it's cumulative. And the last one between 4,000 and 4,999, I got 2, but it's 2 plus 14, which is 16. Again, be careful what you enter because this is my information here. Now they want the cumulative relative frequency distribution. Relative. Which means that the first one is divided by 12, of course by 16, sorry. The next one will be divided by 16, the next one will be divided by 16, and the next one will be divided by 16. And here's what I get. So 6 divided by 16, I have 0.375. Of course, this one must be 1. I have here 0.75 and I have here 0.875. Are we entering your own information?
So are we just entering the numbers from the list into the data set, and then what are we doing after that?
So for the first table, it reads, construct a cumulative frequency distribution. And that is the cumulative distribution, frequency distribution. But I don't know if you have 6, 12, 14, and 16. I have no idea, because I cannot see your data. Did you arrange them in ascending order? Did you count between 1,000 and 2,000, between 2,000 and 3,000, between 3 and 4, and between 4 and 5? Did you count?
I haven't arranged it yet, since I'm still entering the numbers. I just was wondering what we do after. Like, are we able to organize them in StatCrunch, or do we have to do it on paper?
You have to enter the information in. So what I would show on paper for the test, I would show, you don't have to copy this. This will take too long. There is no need to copy this. But I would write between this and this I got 6. Between this and this I got 12. Between this and this I got 14 because it's cumulative. And between this I got 2, but 2 plus 14 is 16. So this is what I would show. And I will continue on the same, in the same row, and I would put 6 over 16. I will make a short table. I write big so you can see what I'm doing, but I will just create this column, and this column, just in a corner for one table.
So we would just copy down the 1,000, 100, 1,000, and 1,099. We would just do that.
If you don't want to copy this, just say category 1, category 2, so we know what it means. So if that's too much, you can say categories. 1, then I know what you mean. 6, category 2, 12, category 3, 14. So at least I know what you're doing. Because I don't want you to also spend too much time on writing. But you have to show what you're doing. And then next to it, I will write 0.375 and 0.75 and 0.875 in the last row. Just this. Okay. Is this okay? Can we move on? Can we select now from the frequency drive?
So for each category, you're finding simply the frequency, and for the cumulative relative frequency, because the frequency is relative, you divide it by the total number of numbers.
But this is also cumulative. You cannot write this without writing. You cannot write this without writing this. They are both cumulative. This is the frequency. This is already the cumulative. 6, 12, 14, 16, they're already the cumulative. This is the cumulative, this is the cumulative. This is the frequency, cumulative frequency, and this is a relative, cumulative relative frequency. Because that's what they want in the table. You see at the top of the table, it says cumulative frequency, and then the next one says cumulative relative frequency. You have to enter these in the first table, and you have to enter these in the second table.
So basically, in the first one, it has to add up to 16. In the second one, it has to add up to 1.
Absolutely. Exactly what you see here. So this, the last one must be 16 if you have 16, but if you have a different number, it will not add up to 16, right? And this must be in the cumulative, yes. So now let's select. Are we ready to select A, B, C, D for the frequency ogive?
Yes.
So how do I select for the frequency ogive? And then for the relative, right? So you can enlarge to see what's happening. So this is 1999, and this is 2009, and so on and so forth. And what I have is this point has to be at 6. This point has to be at 12. The next point has to be at 14. Okay? So for 3999. So make sure that, and then the last one has to be at 16. So make sure that this is at 6, this is at 12, this is above 3999 is exactly at 14, and the last one, 4999, is exactly over 16, at 16. On this side, with my numbers, I have the same thing. The first one will have to be at 0.375, the next one at 0.75, the next one at 0.85, and the last one at 1. So this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, this is the fourth. And that is, of course, connecting to 0. So this, in my case, is the frequency ogive, and this, in my case, is the relative. Are we ready to move on?
Never mind. My screen unfroze.
Okay, moving on then. So let's move on to problem 3. Okay, so we are looking at, I'm assuming at least that you have the same problem that I'm looking at. 10-day fishing trip. And I see a table. I'm going to copy my table. Okay, 10 entries, just making sure. Find the population mean and range for the number of smallmouth bass caught per day, by each fisherman. Do these values indicate any differences between the two fishermen's catches per day? Okay, we'll see. The range. Again, I have to enter both, sort them. So now I clear what I had, so I'm going to enter them 24, 8, 5, 8, 9, 10, 8, 10. And 16, 2, 2, 18, 21, 17, 2, 3, 19. I'm going to sort both of them. Okay. So the range for Ethan is 24 minus 5 for me, and for Drew was 20 minus 1 for me. So this is 19 and this is 19. Okay. Population mean. So now I go to stat, do calculations with that, and I'm going to use one variable stats for list L1. So I want one variable stats for list L1. And let me know what you get.